Good morning. Good morning. What's up, guys? Hello. Hello. Oh, feels good to be here with you today. I'm super excited because tomorrow is the big launch day, the day that the last 3 months of hard work has all been for. Tomorrow, we are going live and premiering the Living Real TV talk show, and I'm so freaking excited. Yes. So I just thought I would pop in today to kind of share that excitement with you, to tell you, to encourage you, I guess, to mark your calendars and get ready to watch episode 1 tomorrow. So I just thought, instead of like just sharing, hey, tomorrow's the launch date, I want to just tell you a little bit about the show and the inspiration behind the show, and really what it is that we all talked about on season 1. So the Living Real TV show, it does premiere tomorrow on Motivation and Success TV. Actually, it's motivationandsuccess.com. And Living Real TV is all about helping women boss up and find clarity within the middle of life's busyness. I know you know what that feels like, right? Like, it's really hard to find balance and peace and happiness and joy when life is just constantly throwing you so many curveballs. And it was about 5 months ago that maybe even not even that, maybe it was 4 months, you guys. So I met an amazing guy. His name's Dennis, and his TV network was looking for hosts. And so we had a Zoom meeting. He's like, I love your energy, girl, I love your messaging. How about doing a TV show? And at first I was like, okay, well, cool. Like, what do we want to do? And he was like, well, you already have Boss Up, babe, so let's turn that into a TV show. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, and you're also the champion for women's health. You are all things fitness, nutrition, self-care, stressing less, like all those things. He's like, I definitely think you should have a show all about health. And I was like, okay, cool. I kind of like that idea. So more to come on that show idea. But what I got to thinking was, I was like, what if I did a talk show? I've always enjoyed watching shows like The View, Ellen, Oprah. What if I did a talk show with some amazing women? So of course I started picking this idea, and I was like, oh my God, I would want to do my first talk show with a couple of different women, but let's just start with one. And I looked into my brain and I was like, which woman is really a total badass? Which woman do I get along with? Like, where's my tribe? And the first name that came to mind was Clara Capano. Now, Clara is a business coach based out of Denver, Colorado. And I met Clara when we were writing and collaborating on our first book together. There's Clara. Oh, yay. There's me. Yeah, so we got to know each other strictly online, and through this book project, right? And you just find your people. Like, that's just when you are you and you are your true authentic self, and you don't really care what people think of you, you tend to attract all of the awesome women and men in your life. And so, yeah, Clara, I called Clara up and I said, Clara, what are your thoughts about doing a TV talk show? I know you know Dennis, blah blah blah. And she said, yes, I am in it. So of course we hit the ground running, because that's what women do when we are driven, focused, and like super excited about an idea. So we immediately started making Zoom calls, and we were setting up our lineup, and we were creating logos. And before you know it, we have a website and all of this amazing stuff. It truly has been really hard to digest how fast this project went and like took place. But anyways, through that, Living Real came about. And I'm so excited because we got to take our vision, each of our own vision, for a TV talk show. And we are literally making it like Ellen meets Oprah, right? So our show is all about real conversations for real women who need to have real strategies and advice for their freaking problems, right? Like, we are all busy women, and we're all trying to, like, run businesses, run households, have side hustles. Our life is just so stinking busy, and that's what our show is all about: is helping women boss up to the next level of awesomeness, help women find clarity, right, when their life is kind of crazy and chaotic. And we are here to help you do that, right? Claire and I are pros at cutting through the BS and helping women find clarity because we're both coaches. We come from a place of wanting to serve and wanting to help. And it just so happens that she's a business coach that works with women, and I'm a health coach, health and fitness coach that works with women. And so I was like, yes, I actually think that you can't be a very successful entrepreneur, lady boss, unless you are taking care of your health mentally, physically, emotionally, and vice versa, right? She's like, well, yes, yes, we can run businesses, but how successful can we really be without, a strong mindset and a strong body and strong will to keep pushing through? So that's where Living Real came about. So yay, we're so excited. It does premiere tomorrow on motivationandsuccess.com. So we had so much fun. A couple months ago, we flew into Omaha and we filmed so many episodes, because, that's kind of how they do it in the biz, is they film a bunch of episodes, and then every week we will launch one each week. And we talked, like, I'm not going to go through every episode, because you're going to find that I bring my heart and my emotion to every episode. In fact, it was funny. Claire goes, I kind of feel bad. You're the only one that kind of cries during the show. And I'm like, it's my true authentic self, right? And I think more women need to see that it is okay not to have your shit together, and it is okay to like start from ground zero. It is okay to need help. And the first episode, I remember filming it, it was all about being authentic and taking the mask off. Okay. So I don't know about you guys, but when I was in the corporate world, and really as a woman, I wear a lot of different masks. I wear a lot of different hats. And masks, I mean, not like different makeup. I'm talking like, who do I need to be today to please so-and-so? And over the years, I lost track of who I was, right? I was too busy people pleasing that at the end of the day, I was exhausted. I was burnt out. I was stressed out. I was unhealthy. And I was like, whoa, something has to change. And it all started with me taking off the hat, taking off the mask, and saying, you know what? F it. If people don't like me, that's cool. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And I realized that mindset shift really helped me become a better entrepreneur. It helped me become a better mother. It helped me become a better wife. So episode 1 is all about learning how to take off the mask, because that's difficult. It's a very difficult thing to do. And these are not in right orders by any means, but we talked about body image and confidence. We talked about how to overcome the itty bitty shitty committee that lives within inside of you. We talked about all of these juicy topics. We had a whole episode dedicated to boundaries and lifestyle habit change work, because a lot of women, especially after COVID or post-COVID or shit, we're still in COVID, lifestyle, like it's really hard. We've blurred the boundaries of work and personal and professional, and it's just exhausting. So we really talked about how to build better boundaries and why we need solid, healthy habits in our lives. We talked about BO, of course, and I'm not talking about the stinky smell coming from your armpits. We talked about burnout and overwhelm and how we need to ditch that lifestyle, that constant burnout, because if not, it's going to lead you down a very, very scary path. We talked about self-care and what that looks like for your mind, body, and your spirit, right? Nourishing your body, nourishing your mind, nourishing your relationships. That was a really fun episode for me. I got to talk about a lot of like fun ways to nourish your mind through with food and meditation and all those kinds of good things. We talked about dating and keeping things spicy in your life, not just in your sex life, you guys, not just in your partners, but with your kids, with your family, within your own life. You've got to spice things up, or it's going to get really boring really fast. And then we all know what kind of happens then. We just kind of lose traction. We talked about tips for anti-aging and aging gracefully. Claire is like the 15, 20-year-old version of me. So I feel like she is my soul sister that's just a little bit older, and we align up with so many cool topics. But yeah, we talked about anti-aging and how, like tips for the busy woman. We talked about mindset a lot. We talked a lot about mindset, because it all comes down to, like how strong is our mindset when things get tough. We of course, so we talked a lot about stuff, you guys. We have a Halloween episode. We have just so many fun different episodes that we got to film a couple of months ago. In fact, we're going back to Omaha to the KPAO station here in a couple of weeks to film the final 4 episodes. But every episode we have so much fun. We laugh, we cry, we drink, and yes, I mean drink alcohol. We have a show mixologist. He is the amazing Dion Bass. He was a great introduction from a gal I know in Omaha named Sandy. She works for the Omaha Chamber. So you guys use your resources. Hello. And use your connections. But she introduced me to Dion Bass, and he is our show mixologist, at least for season 1. He is fantastic. He is whipping up some amazing cocktails. You'll be able to find all of the recipes, all of our guest bios, all the episodes on Living Real TV.com once that's up and going. But we had other guests, right? We had Darcy Zuha. She's a color specialist out of Omaha, Nebraska, teaching women how to dress for success and confidence. We had Heather Jones, a local comedian, TEDx speaker. She was phenomenal. She did a stand-up. She gave us 10 minutes. And I don't know about Clara, but I was laughing my ass off, you guys. I was actually trying to keep me from laughing so much because I knew we were filming. We brought on Erin Jenkins from Canvas Salon and Day Spa. And she brought on Allison, who is her go-to expert when it comes to all things skin for that anti-aging episode. We're bringing in Victoria. She's a beautiful Victoria. She's going to talk about money mindset because we all have a relationship with money. It's either good, bad, or neutral. And she's going to give us some great strategies on, how to strengthen that mindset around your money. And then our last guest that we brought on for season 1 was Angie Green. She's the amazing vision board specialist. I, for one, believe in vision boards. I do them all the time. In fact, I work them into everyday lifestyle stuff. But it's going to be really cool to launch that episode because it'll be coming out close to, of course, January 1, when everyone's planning those New Year's resolutions. So, you guys, that's all I wanted to just chat with you about because I'm so excited for season 1 to premiere and launch tomorrow. You can, of course, stream every episode every week, I believe on Wednesdays. We will be streaming or releasing a new episode on motivationandsuccess.com. If you are local to Omaha, Nebraska, and you have Cox as your cable provider, we'll be on channel 17. We'll be on Thursday evenings at 8:30 and then Monday mornings again for a replay. So feel free to catch every episode wherever you are. We love you and we would love your feedback. So feel free to always email us, text us, message us your feedback. If you have a show idea, we would love to hear about it because we want to serve you. That is our job, is to serve you with the knowledge, the expert advice that you need to hear. So feel free to write us in, email us in, topic ideas, guest ideas. There's, of course, sponsorship and guest opportunities for every episode. So other than that, you guys have an awesome day. I can't wait to show you episode 1 premieres tomorrow, Motivation and Success.